Sean, WSRT Fitness. If you enjoy health and fitness related content, please remember to subscribe, click the bell, and select all for notifications. Thank you guys so much for watching and welcome. So today I'm continuing my top 3 exercises series, and today we are talking about the lats. One more time, I would like to remind everybody that I am not saying that these are the 3 overall best exercises for your lats. I'm saying that they're my top 3 and ones that I really do feel that you should be doing, and I'll explain why with each individual exercise. But before I get into those 3 videos, something that I would really love your opinion on, I would love your comments below on, is lately I have been considering expanding the channel, giving it a little bit of a facelift, a little bit of a change, and covering topics that aren't necessarily just fitness. Giving you just a different look at some things and covering a little bit of the mental health aspect, because especially here in the year 2020, it has been absolutely crazy, and mental health has always been, but has really been shown exactly why it is every bit as important as your physical health. So I would love your comments below on whether or not you would like me to see, whether or not you would like to see me cover a wide variety of topics on this channel. So do that below. And once again, thank you guys for watching, and let's get on to the top 3. So exercise number 1 is going to be the bent over barbell row. Now, one thing that I really like about the bent over barbell row is the fact that it's a compound movement that you can move quite a bit of weight on. Now, there are ways to modify this, there are ways to create variations of it, and I will probably cover all those in another video because the bent over barbell row is my overall favorite exercise for back as a whole, not just for the lats. However, there's really no better way, when done properly, to grow the size, the strength, the definition of your lats than with the bent over barbell row. And this is definitely something that you should be doing as often as possible on your back days or on your pull days, depending on the program that you are currently doing. And yeah, it's my favorite exercise, so we're gonna leave it at that. That's just that reason alone is why it's in my top 3. Exercise number 2 is going to be the single arm dumbbell row. Now, the reason why, there's actually a few reasons why I like the single arm dumbbell row. So number 1 is that's a unilateral exercise. It's allowing each lat to work independently. And the great part about that is that it's allowing my core to keep myself steady. It's anti-rotation. So even though I am bracing myself, and you could do this without the support of a bench. Think, for example, the Meadows row. Very similar exercise, not using the support of a bench. But that's a different topic for a different day. The second reason why I like it, which kind of comes off of that reasoning, is when I do it in the workout. I do a lot of different movements for back, and I enjoy every single one of them. As some of you know, back day is my favorite day, or pull day when I'm doing a push-pull leg type split. Anyway, I am doing so many exercises that are blowing up my lower back, that are blowing up my spinal rectors, that are blowing up my core. And so by the time I'm at the end of my workout, I'm an hour 15, sometimes even an hour and a half into my workout, by the time I get to single arm dumbbell rows. The great part about that is that now I'm putting that hand on the bench, but still allowing for the anti-rotation for that part of for that work to be done in my core, and it's going to still allow me to get more work into the lat, to keep the lat growing, to keep it getting stronger. Exercise number 3 is going to be the lat pull down. There are a few reasons why I like the lat pull down, and especially why I put it in my top 3. So number 1, it's one of the very few exercises where I'm actually sitting down on back day. In fact, it's the only one that I actually am sitting down while doing, which allows a little bit of a break for my lower back, which I just talked about with number 2. And what it also allows for me to do is to build in a lot of volume. I cannot do a lot of pull-ups. I can do a handful, and then I'll add a resistance band, and I'll do a handful more, I'll do a bunch. However, I just cannot get in the amount of volume that I feel that I need to get in for my lats to grow as much or as quickly as I want them to grow. So by doing the lat pull down, I'm able to get in that volume. Now, I will be honest, I do a combination. I do pull-ups in most of my back day workouts, but I do the ones that I can do, and then I move over to the lat pull down, and I'm doing a lot more. Another big time benefit, in my opinion, for the lat pull down is the fact that I feel safer allowing for the full stretch of the lat muscle, which I feel that I am risking jeopardizing the health of my shoulders. Some of you know I have had shoulder injuries in my past, not recently, but it's still something that's still there, at least psychologically, if nothing else. And so it allows for that greater stretch where I feel safer doing that. It also, in my opinion, feels like a greater contraction at the bottom of the movement. And because of that greater stretch and because of that greater flex, I feel like I'm going to get more results out of my lats. And that is, in my opinion, what I feel that I have found. Because keep in mind that greater stretch and that greater flex is going to allow for the greater size and for that wider look that I am going for because of the fact that I am specifically training for natural bodybuilding. Now, there are a lot of variations to the lat pull down, and I'm going to talk about them in a future video. A few variations have already been slated to come up, so stay tuned on that. But yeah, that is definitely an exercise that you should be doing. If you are not able to do pull-up reps with weight and then drop down to body weight and then drop down resistance bands, in my opinion, 95% of people, if you cannot do that, you're not getting in enough volume on the pull-ups, so you should make sure that you're getting the lat pull-downs in addition to your pull-ups. So that is everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I do want to say this was extremely difficult to do because back day is literally my favorite day. So many exercises to love, which is why I am separating the back muscles into so many different segments for this video series. I hope that you check out all of the videos as they come up. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos in this series or any other one. Do comment below your favorite back exercises, and also comment on whether or not you feel I should be expanding the topics on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.